Hi there, this is Raven Hawk from FastWorkingLoveSpells.com, and I just want to make a video today on people who appear to be hearing voices. Sometimes when people may come across to you like they're hearing voices, now how does one know when someone else is hearing voices? Obviously they can't hear the voice the person is hearing. What they can do is see the person's reaction to whatever is going on in their minds, whatever is taking place in their brain, what are they hearing, what are they picking up on. Now, in my opinion, and from my experiences, there's two things. One of them is that they're picking up on frequency. Now, like I said before, everything is a vibration. And a vibration is basically a frequency. So, God is a frequency. He's the highest frequency. He emanates the frequency of love, togetherness, building, productivity. Lower vibrations are hatred, repulsion, cheating, stealing, scamming, anything negative, blame shifting, annoyed, anger, anything that is negative is considered a low level vibration. And they're all frequencies. They're all frequencies. How do we hear something? Someone can be in another room and we can hear them because it's a frequency. You don't see the words literally coming out of somebody's mouth, but you can hear the frequency. You can hear the frequency. Different languages. You can hear a Chinese person speak, but you don't understand it. It's on a different frequency from yours. You have to get in tune, and once you learn it like a language, they break it down for us physically as a physical letters or symbols on a page, and then we learn it. Just like certain parts in Africa, literally somebody will speak like that. To us, that's not even words, it's not a language. But they understand each other. It's the frequency. A dog whistle, you blow when you can't hear anything, and a dog hears everything. Because he can vibrate, he's auditory on that frequency. Cats also. Cats are supposedly also can see supernatural beings, angels, even the angel of death. The dogs also, they say, can see the angel of death. This is why there's a saying in most countries, well, in my country, my old country, that when the angel of death is in the neighborhood, when somebody's going to die, usually the dogs will be howling for 3 nights in advance. That's asking to spare that person's life, because that person takes care of them. Cats, I really don't believe they give a crap. So they take care of themselves. I'm sorry, there's a fly or a bee or something in here, because I have a cat and my door is always open. She's in and out. So I apologize for that. Getting back to a person that's hearing voices, or you think is hearing voices, don't get creeped out, don't get annoyed, don't get feeling uneasy around them. Unless, of course, you feel like you're in danger. If you feel like you're in danger, then by all means, feel as uneasy as you want and move away and try to get them some help. Dial 911. But don't put everybody into the same category of thinking that they're just crazy, or they're nut jobs, or they're to be dismissed like that. Sometimes if you know someone for a while, and suddenly their behavior becomes a little bit irrational. Don't just automatically assume that the person is using drugs or has resorted to alcohol, or because of drugs and alcohol they have developed a mental problem. There is something called, like I mentioned, there's two types of frequency vibration here. There's one that's angelic, it's coming from spiritual beings, and there's one that's, well, there's a third one, which is a real schizophrenic person. They're hearing something that may or may not be a spiritual being, or it's something within their brain that's causing them to pick up some frequency of somebody around them. I'm not saying all these people are gifted, but sometimes they hear things and they pick up on things. So don't just dismiss them or think they're crazy and just brand them and push them aside. Sometimes listen for a bit to let them hear. You will know when somebody is being irrational and when they're being completely rational. Let them show you. If they say, well, look, XYZ is happening to me, ask them, well, can you show it to me? Let them show it to you. Let them show you something. Don't just dismiss them like that. Don't do your fellow man like that. And when it comes to the other or the third one, there are people with psychic powers who I believe, and it's been my experience for the past year or so, that there are people out there who misuse their psychic powers. And by misuse is what they have. They were born with psychic powers, and they've practiced, and honed it in, perfected it, and they're using it against their fellow man. Now, why would a person do that? There's one thing: money. This is what gives money a bad name. This is what gives the energy of money a bad name. Like, people start to associate money with criminal activities. Well, if you have a lot of money, then you must be involved in some criminal activities. That's not always the case. You could make a lot of money by hard work, creativity, attracting it. But what I'm saying is that there are people who use their psychic energies to do this. And a person can pick them up if that person is auditory. Not everyone is auditory. People are born with different gifts. Or maybe we are all auditory, but only some people are aware of their own ability to hear at another person's frequency. So, like, some people are born naturally psychic. Not everybody is a natural psychic. It's the same thing with being auditory. Now, this person is hearing somebody psychically attacking them, and they're hearing this voice in their head, and it can actually sound like they're having a conversation with this person. Don't dismiss them like they're crazy. Just take 5 minutes out of your time to ask them, well, what is he or she saying? And if you listen, you will see a pattern. At that point, I am not a psychologist, I'm not a criminal psychologist, I am not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychotherapist. I'm just saying from a layman's point of view, the natural thing to do before you dismiss them and think they're using drugs or alcohol or something, Just listen to their stories for 5 minutes. And if there's a consistency in what they're saying, and have anything to back it up with, then please pay them some attention. Please pay that person some attention and look into it a little further, or if you feel it's merited for police, get the police involved. Just don't dismiss them like that. Because there are people out there who, now look, there's psychic websites all over. I do tarot reading. I tap into frequency from the cards, through the cards, using my own energy. And my father's energy, which is everybody's father's energy. And there are people who do psychic readings all the time, and they've won thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of readings, or thousands of readings. But they will crawl in someone's head. I call it crawling in someone's head, or go in someone's head for the sole purpose of superficial things, like how is she feeling about this person? How is he feeling about this person? Mostly it's for love questions. Or what are their thoughts about me? What do they think about me? Because usually if you're paying a psychic to find out something, you want to know how X, Y, and Z person is feeling about yourself. You're not paying to find out what they think of somebody else, what they think of you. So it's mostly thoughts and feelings, but there are some people who can use that ability, that psychic ability, for something deeper. And if they've honed it in, if they've perfected it, then that's going to be pretty bad for people who are auditory, and mostly people who are probably isolated, who are alone. And the bottom line is they wouldn't do it just for enjoyment for any length of time. Maybe a day or two for them, to have their laughs or whatever, which is very extremely cruel. Even a day or two. But any persistency in my book for a length of time, it means that this person has something that they want. And this is called psychic abuse. Psychic battery. It's battering that person. It's destroying that person for some physical gain. It surely can't be they expect if the person dies that they're going to just, or whatever, their auditoriness or their sense of being an auditory person is going to rub off on them. That cannot possibly be. Nobody is that naive. So whatever it is that they're trying to go after, in my opinion, it's something physical. It's money. Or some asset, something to do with money, something physical that can be converted to money. So I'm just going to ask anybody out there, if you come across a man, woman, or child, especially, don't dismiss them like that. Don't dismiss them. Just talk to them, find out what's wrong first, and see if there's consistency. See if there's consistency what they're saying, if it makes any type of sense. There must be people out there who care for people even if that person is alone. So don't just dismiss them like that. Hear them out. Hear what they have to say. It's not going to take more than 5 or 10 minutes to see a consistency or a pattern. So all I'm asking is to please not dismiss people just like that as being crazy, or they're on drugs, or they're alcoholics or something. Don't do that. Surely we as a human race can do better than this. Surely we can. Surely we can. Peace out and have a good Sunday. And if you need to, I offer love spells, money spells, health spells, wealth spells, and tarot readings. My website is fastworkinglovespells.com. And my email address is ravens, R-A-V-E-N-S, pure, P-U-R-E, L-O-V-E, love, S-P-E-L-L-S, at gmail.com. Ravens with an S, pure love, spells with an S at the end, at gmail.com. And once you do, I'll send you my phone number, and we will go from there. I am running a special this month. It's $1.99 for any spell cast, any spell that is on fastworkinglovespells.com. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you, and have a great what's left of the rest of the day. Thank you.